Good morning students. This is Shiba. Now we are going to discuss about the signals and systems unit 2 analysis of CT signals. In our previous sessions we have discussed about the Fourier transform, Fourier series and its applications in real life. Now we are going to discuss about the Laplace transform. Why we use this Laplace transforms? To find a solution to differential equation using algebra, to find relationship of Fourier transform which allows easy way to characterize systems. There is no need for convolution of input and differential equation solution if we use this Laplace transform, and it is useful with multi-processes in system. How to use this Laplace transform? First, we need to find differential equations that describe system and obtain the Laplace transform. Then we need to perform algebra to solve for output or variable of interest and apply inverse Laplace transform to find the solution. So what is this Laplace transform? F of S, in terms of S domain, we will be representing in Laplace transform. F of S is equal to L of f of t. Laplace transform of f of t, that is, it is equal to integral of 0 to infinity f of t into e power minus st into dt. Inverse Laplace transform f of t is equal to L inverse of f of s. This is equal to 1 by 2 pi j integral of sigma minus j infinity to sigma plus j infinity f of s into e power st into ds. Here t is a real function, s is complex function. Inverse requires a complex analysis to solve, and so f of t to f of s, where t is integrated and s is a variable. Conversely, f of s to f of t, t is a variable and s is integrated. Assuming f of t is equal to 0 for all t is less than 0. For evaluating f of s, that is from L of f of t, we do the integral and we will be finding the value as shown here. So, you need to generally know some formulas of Laplace transform, that is f of t is equal to u of t means f of s is equal to 1 by s, and f of t is equal to e power minus at u of t means f of s is equal to 1 by s plus a. F of t is equal to cos of t into u of t is equal to f of s is equal to s by s square plus 1, and f of t is equal to sin of t u of t means f of s is equal to 1 by s square plus 1. All these are calculated by using the formula of Laplace transform only. Moving to the properties of Laplace transform, it has some properties like linearity, scaling in time, time shift, frequency or S-plane shift, multiplication by t power n, integration, differentiation. As you know these properties, linearity, nothing but L of C1 into F1 of t plus C2 into F2 of t is equivalent to C1 into F1 of s plus C2 into F1 of s in Laplace domain. Time scaling L of f of at is equal to 1 by a into f of s by a, and time shifting L of f of t minus t naught into u of t minus t naught in time domain is equivalent to e power minus s t naught into f of s in Laplace domain. S-plane, there is frequency shift, frequency domain, L of e power minus 8 into f of t is equivalent to f of s plus a in frequency domain. Multiplication by t power n, that is L of t power n into f of t is equivalent to minus 1 power n d power n divided by ds power n into f of s. Differentiation, Shortman method, d of f of t is equal to d of f of t divided by dt, and d square of f of t is equal to d square of dt, d square by dt square into f of t. Same time integration, g of t is equal to integral minus infinity to t f of t dt means dg of t is equal to f of t. If g of t is equal to integral 0 to t f of t dt means g of t is equal to d power minus 1 dA power minus 1 into f of t. Integral properties like L of d naught power minus 1 into f of t is equal to f of s divided by s. And also derivative properties, L of d of f of t is equivalent to s into f of s minus f of 0 plus. Moving to the inverse Laplace transform. To find the inverse Laplace transform, we use transform pairs along with the partial fraction expansion. There are mainly used methods like partial fraction expansion method, where f of s is equal to p of s divided by q of s. P of s and q of s are the polynomials in the Laplace variable s. Here we use three cases to find the value. Case 1, f of s has all non-repeated simple roots, and case 2, f of s has complex poles, and case 3, f of s has repeated poles. As I have said, case 1, you will be splitting the value into non-repeated simple roots, so that from the root value you will be calculating the output. And case 2, complex poles are splitted out, and from that complex values you will be finding the values of the input given. And also in case 3, you will be using the repeated poles method to find the value. There are also shifting theorems available in this Laplace transform. First shifting theorem, here if L of f of t is equivalent to f complement of s, then L into e power at f of t is equal to f complement of s minus a. And evaluation of integral by Laplace transform are also done by using this method. Application to differential equation or the major application. So solving the complex equation in a simpler way is the major application of using this Laplace transforms. Moving to second shifting theorem, if L of f of t is equal to f bar of s, then L of f of t minus a into u of t minus a is equal to e power minus as f bar of s. This is equivalent to e power minus as into L of f of t. Dirac delta function del of t minus a is equivalent to limit summation tends to 0 to 0 for t value minus infinity to a, and 1 by epsilon for minus a to plus a plus epsilon, 0 for a plus epsilon to infinity. And also Laplace transform of this Dirac delta function, that is del of t minus a, is equivalent to e power minus as. Laplace transform of L of del of t is equivalent to 1. So this is about the Laplace transform. We clearly need to know about the what is meant by this Laplace transform, what are all the properties available here, and what is the region of convergence. Region of convergence, nothing but the converging point where the signal or area of information you are taking converges at a point. So you need to find these values, and also you need to find the Laplace transform of the signal. What is the difference between the Fourier transform and Laplace transform? Why we are going to Laplace transform from Fourier transform? So also inverse Laplace transform problems may be asked in part B and part C questions. So this is about the Laplace transform and its properties. Moving to the real-time applications, as I have said, they are used in real-time applications like speech, music recognition, multimedia processing, that is image and video, underwater acoustic biological signal processes, along with the semiconductor mobility, call completion in wireless networks, vehicle vibration in compressed rails, behavior of magnetic and electric fields above the atmosphere, are all comes under this category. So in major, image processing and signal processing plays a vital role of this transformation. So without this transformation, definitely we cannot analyze and find the clear patterns of the signal. That is, if we are communicating a signal, for example in mobile communication, we are communicating a signal means from the sender to the receiver, it transmitted along the base station, mobile station, etc. to the receiving end. But throughout that process, how the signal gets handovered from one station to another, how the signals gets effectively transmitted without any lossage, is done by using analysis of signal only. Because we need to know how much distance the signal travels, what is the frequency of the signal, what are all the various patterns that are available in the signal. So what is the total information that is available in the signal. We need to reduce any noise, harmonics, that unwanted noise that are available in the signal, to retrieve the signal in an original manner. So these are all the hurdles we are facing when we are communicating a signal. All these are cleared and signals are analyzed very clearly by using this transformation only. So without this transformation, definitely we cannot know the parameters that are available in a signal. So for in-depth analysis of parameters of a signal, definitely we need to use these transformations like Fourier series, Fourier transform and Laplace transform according to the characteristics of the signal which we are choosing, whether it is a mobile communication signal or a satellite signal or telephone signal, etc. So whatever it is, the signal need to be analyzed clearly for effective communication. And this is about the Unit 2 analysis of CT signals and its content of presentation. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.